Best YouTube ads audiences for beginners. Hi, Adam Payne here with the Video Marketing Insider, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what the best audiences are when it comes to YouTube ads if you are a beginner advertiser. It's very easy to try and advertise your product or service to the wrong audience when you are new and then not get the results that you've been hoping for, or just be overwhelmed by all the different targeting options made available to you. And I think when you are new, it doesn't really matter what it is that you sell, but when you are new, you need to focus on narrower audiences. If you go too broad, you'll end up spending a ton of money and you may not get the best results. So you want to focus on narrow audiences, and the best way to do that is to focus on audiences that are both problem and solution aware. Now, an example of that may be somebody that has a bad back. They're suffering from lower back pain, so they're obviously aware that they have a problem. And they're out there looking for a solution, and they've found out that one of the best ways for them to ease their lower back pain is to start yoga. So they're on YouTube, they're on Google, and they're looking for a yoga mat. And again, it could be anything, but this is just to kind of give you a real example. So the people know there's a problem, they've got lower back pain, and they know one of the solutions is to start yoga and that they need a yoga mat, but they're not quite sure which yoga mat is the best one. So we can, if we have an e-commerce store selling yoga mats, or we sell yoga mats, target these people in a variety of different ways. Now, there are 4 audiences that I would recommend if you are a beginner advertiser, and they're no real particular order. And probably the best one is, if you do have a website out there, is to target people through retargeting. So people that are already seen your website, already been to your store, if it's an e-commerce store, they've been to your sales page and they've not bought, you can retarget or remarket, as it's called on Google, to these people through YouTube ads. So when they start watching a video, up pops your ad and it talks to these people. They've been to your store and you encourage people to go back to your store. Maybe you take them to a page which has a discount or a coupon. Now, of course, if you're just getting started and you don't have a retargeting audience set up, then of course that isn't an option, but for a lot of people that will be the best starting point. Another thing that we can do, and I'm going to switch tabs, is we can target what are called placements. Now, placements are basically YouTube videos that we are allowed to put our ads in front of. So I've used a software called Syndication, and I've typed in keywords related to this topic. If we scroll up, yoga mat review. Yoga mat review is a buyer keyword. People typing this in are generally looking for advice on which is the best yoga mat, or they've made a decision internally. They just need you to validate their decision and push them over. So whereas they're presented with a whole bunch of videos talking about yoga mats, rather than trying to outrank these videos, we can place our YouTube ad directly in front of these videos, and it's about that topic that they're searching for. So, for example, best yoga mats, best exercise mat, top best yoga mat for home 2021. And again, it really does depend on the niche as to how much traffic is available, but you can copy and paste a bunch of these URLs, and when you set up your YouTube ad, you can ensure that your ad is only shown in front of these videos. So it's a narrow audience, but it's a targeted audience. And if you're new, it's going to prevent you from like blowing through a massive budget and not really getting great results. Another thing that we can also do is keyword targeting. So Syndication has a built-in keyword tool. So I typed in best yoga mat. I was looking for the YouTube platform in the US, and we got a bunch of different keyword suggestions. So best yoga mat gets approximately 27,000 views per month on YouTube as an average. And we can see here other variations. So we can go through this list and we can pick out specific keywords. So when anybody types in, variations of this keyword on YouTube, our ads are going to show. And a great thing about this tool is, and it's probably not really specific for yoga, but for other industries, we may find that they're seasonal. So for example, best yoga mat thickness, if we come over here, we can see that, in spring, April, it gets a lot more searches than in February. So you can, time your campaigns that way. Now, so we've got retargeting or remarketing, we've got placements, we've got keywords. Other things that we can do are custom intent audiences. So you're going to need to log into your Google Ads Manager. Now, I do have another video which talks about these audiences for local businesses. But if we come over here, you click on this wrench and you can navigate to this section through the Audience Manager. You can click on plus. You can give it a name. So I'll just call this yoga test. And what we can do is we can find people that have been searching for specific keywords on Google and then put our ads in front of them on YouTube, because there are certain industries where there's a lot more traffic on Google than there is on YouTube. So we can build up this audience inside of our ads manager, and then when we go to set up our ad, we can use this audience that we've already created, and we can focus on these people. So as you can see here, people who search for any of these terms on Google. So I can come here and I can start typing in, for example, yoga mat review. And then I can hit enter, and then we get other suggestions. So I can kind of go in and I can, click these. Some of these may not be applicable to what it is you're trying to do, but you go through, and as you add more things in, you start getting some data over here on the right hand side, and we can see here that 53% are female. Now if we get further on with more keywords, that may go up or it may go down, but you can then of course craft your creative more to a female audience or to a male audience, and you've got the age range here, parental status, and the weekly impressions if we're targeting the US. If we change this geo, of course, it's going to be different. So I think these, in my personal opinion, are the best audiences to target if you are a beginner, and that is what this video is aimed for. So if you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments below. I hope you got a little bit of value out of this video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, hit the bell notification, and if you want to get started with YouTube ads, I do have a beginner course. I'll leave a link in the description, but it is a beginner course. It's not for people that are more advanced. There are other options out there, and if you want to check out the software that I show you, Vidnetics, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Cheers, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or you need more clarification, go and watch the video once more. Over on the right hand side, we have some more trainings and reviews, so go and watch those as well. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and hit the bell notification. Other than that, ask any questions you've got below, and I'll see you soon.